lovely Flosstube friends. Well, it's still March and I'm recording. I'm going to apologise in advance for all the people that have left me comments on my last video that I still haven't got to, but I thought if I don't get this video done today, it's not going to happen in March. And I'm trying so hard this year to try and make sure that I upload at least one video a month. That's the plan. Whether it pans out, not sure. But not much to talk about, not much stitching has happened, just everything gets in the way. I don't understand why everything gets in the way. I don't allow everything to get in the way of everything else, doesn't get in the way of work, because work's always there. It's just, oh, so frustrating. So frustrating. But anyway, we do what we do as and when we can do it. This is about the only time this month that I've even been in the house on my own to be able to do a recording or video. And the only other time that I've been here when there's no one here, unfortunately, I've been working, which sucks bad. But work is work. It's what pays for this lovely hobby, so I will not complain too much about it. What to tell you? So, we have some exciting news. So for those of you that are on the Facebook and follow my blog, you'll know I have a first finish of 2018. Overjoyed. There isn't a word to describe the fact that this is actually finished. So, we have at last finished the Twisty band sampler by Northern Expression Needleworks cross-stitch only version. So about now you will see where you last saw it. And I was trying to make this a bit of a focus piece to get it done. So it was one of those ones that had just been dragging on forever and ever. I actually started this in 2015. That's appalling, isn't it, really? To think that that's as far as I got. And it's took till 2000. So the finish date, I finished this officially on the 6th of March. So you can see how long it took me to upload this video. I mean, it's like, what's the end of March? And I wanted to upload the video after I'd got my finish, but I couldn't. So here we are. So here it is in all its glory. At last. Totally completed. Oh, little crease. Love the colours. Such a beautiful piece. Glorious. Glorious, 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 glorious. But the mouth, I can't even say it. The problems that I had getting there was unbelievable. So you'll know that I was sort of down to, I don't know, less than an inch away from the bottom here. I was about there. And I thought, I'm ready, I'm nearly there. Then I realised that in actual fact there was about that much left to go because I'd missed a page. I thought I'd done the page. I hadn't done the page. I'd just marked off the page. So I still had a tiny sort of, I don't know, inch and a half worth on another page. So I thought, you know what, just get it done, Teresa. So we did all these colours. So we did this bit, we did this bit, we did this bit, this bit, this bit. Got to these last two colours here. And what's your luck? I had less than an inch on both colours and run out. Yep, you heard me. I ran out of thread. Absolutely gutted, I was. Especially seeing as the cost of these threads, because I've actually done it in the called for threads, which is the Avero Schwa Dalje threads, to these ones, which are the silk threads. And they are gorgeous. Gorgeous to work with. Love working with them. The only bad side to it is the place that I was actually purchasing them from, which was so-and-so, were charging £3.12 a skein. So for this much thread, I had to pay £6.24. £6.24 for 2 bits of thread on each skein, like that. Barely even touched the skein. But I'm sure I will put the threads to good use because I've still got quite a lot left over, as you can see. On some of the colours I've got left over. I did make a fatal error when I first started this project. I completed this on a pearlescent 28 count. I don't know if I can get you to see the twinkles. Can you see any twinkles? You can't see any twinkles, can you? I don't know, maybe if I pull it back you can see some twinkles. So when I read the chart, because obviously I was doing over 2, I made the assumption that it was 2 over 2. Only to find out that when I started running out of threads in the very early point of doing this, I realised that in actual fact it was supposed to have been 1 over 2, and I was actually doing it 2 over 2. But I love the coverage, and I love the way that it's come out, and the fact that it's stitched the way it has. By doing it 2 over 2, yes, it was a lot more expensive, but I think personally, for the fact that it was a mistake and not an intentional mistake, I thought it's come out lovely. So I'm super, super happy, super pleased to be able to put that one to bed. And that one's going to go to my mummy. So I'm going to get it framed for her and give that one to my mummy. And I'm really impressed. I have to share the fact this is about the only project that I could honestly not be mortified to show you the back. So this is the front. Okay, so that's what you'll see when it's framed. I'm quite impressed with my back. Now, not that I'm bigging myself up here, but I am rather impressed with my back. It's the only back that actually looks like the front should be, or at least resembles something along the same lines. That's the back. Proud moment. Proud moment. I've shown you the back of my work. Don't ask me to look at the back of one of my heights because you're not seeing it, okay? But I've shared. I'm super happy. One less thing to stitch on. Although obviously I'm going to fill that slot with something else. So, but at the minute I'm still trying to make focus pieces, just to try and get some of the old stuff out the way and done. So, absolutely stoked about that. That one was completed 6th of March. Started it. Let me tell you when I started it. Finishes. Finish. Love this app. X-Stitch app. Love it. Don't know what I'd do without it. Everything goes on here, otherwise I'd forget absolutely everything. Twisty bandsaw. Started it on the 1st of the 6th, 2015, and finished it on the 6th of the 3rd, 2018. Wow, that did take a long time. But I didn't completely focus on it. I did spend a lot of time not focusing on it. Excuse me, I do have to have a slurp of my cup of coffee. Yummy. Right, what next? Whips. Again, not much progress. I don't know what to say. No excuse, apart from too busy. So let's start with the Cricket Collection Spring. Here it is. I love this. It's so super cute. Sorry about the glare. Let me see if I can get rid of that glare. Love it. I'm stitching this on Chromatic Alchemy Spring at Lakeside 28 count Lugana. And this, I don't know if I've shown you where I started it. So if I have, you're just looking at it now. If not, this is where I'm up to. So we've got the little birdie house, which I think is the T. No, it's the I, because there isn't a T in spring, is there? Stupid trees are. And there's the R, and this is just the starting point of the P. I'm going backwards instead of forwards. There is a small problem. Well, it's a problem. It's not really a problem, but I'm going to need to sort of think it out a little bit. So I don't know if you can. I don't know if you're going to be able to pick this up on this picture. So because of the colour that I've chosen to stitch this on, here's the picture. If you look up close, let me see, where is it? Right, you see the cloud. So we've got the cloud above the R. And then there's like raindrops that are coming down, and then like an anchor that comes down to the bottom of the R. Now, the problem that I've got is the colour there. When I tried to, the called for colour, when I tried to put it in to there, because there's my cloud. It disappeared into the fabric and you couldn't actually see it. So I'm sort of stuck now because I don't know how to make rain look like rain that's coming from that cloud without it disappearing into the fabric so that you can't actually see it. So yeah, a little bit of thought needs to go into that and a little bit of decision making on what colour I'm going to put for the clouds. Totally love this chart. This is the one that I stitch on when I'm on a conference call working from home. This is literally a working from home project. I don't stitch it in the evenings, I don't stitch it in general. It's just if I'm on a call and I can. But I love it. I mean, I love the umbrella. And the little birdie house. It's just so cute. So cute. Love it. So that one I've done a little bit on because I've been at home this week doing lots of work and conference calls. So next up is, do you know what, I've just realised I think I might be missing one. I might have to dash off in a minute to get another one. So the next one is Alternative Reality. So about now you should be seeing where you saw it last. This is a Heaven and Earth design by Josephine Wall. Here's a picture of what it should look like when it's finished. And this, ignore my parked threads, it's just a mess. I don't know how to describe the mess, but it's a mess. So here we are at now. So just travelling along and up in a diagonal as I normally do. That was a page finish across there, so this is the next page that I'm working on. So yeah, it's coming on slowly. This one I'm stitching on the 25 count Magic Guide 1/1. Still loving the 1/1. Shame my eyes don't love it so much. So I have to use my mag eyes when I'm stitching on that. But I do like that one when I'm sitting here not really paying attention to anything else. So hold that thought, everyone, because I've just realised that I've started this video and I haven't got half the stuff that I need. So sit right tight. And I'm back. This is going well, isn't it? Do like it when a video goes well. Okay, what have we got next? So next up we have got Frosty Forest. Again, this is one that I pick up and put down as and when I see fit. It's a Christmassy one, which at the minute, although we keep getting lots of damn snow, which I'm not happy about, because I never get snow. I mean, not snow, not snow that sits on the ground. We get snow and then like this much snow and literally within an hour it's gone. But I don't know what's going on. We've had 2 big bouts of snow, and now, bearing in mind all my spring bulbs are all just starting to sprout up out of the ground, now they reckon there's a possibility that the Easter weekend, which is next weekend, we could end up with more snow. Oh, what fun. At least I suppose I can say stay in and stitch, but there's lots of stuff in the garden that needs to happen. And it's Easter. You know, how am I going to do an Easter hunt with the kids? Not my kids, my brother's kids, or anybody else's kids actually. Although I must admit, me and Lauren are a bit of a sucker for an Easter egg, so yeah. Although I shouldn't be. I'm supposed to be being super good because I'm going on holiday. Yay, I booked a holiday. So I'm going away in June for a week. Wasn't the plan, but that's how it's actually panned out, because that's the only time that me and hubby can get time off together. So we're having to go in June, which is like not a great time for me because that's my flower season, and yeah, and it's June. So, you know, I do begrudge paying money to go somewhere warm and hot and sunny when 9 times out of 10 it's actually warm and hot. Not hot, but it's warm and sunny here. But hey, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so Frosted Forest. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Frosty Forest. So the one I'm working on is Snowy Deer. I think I was working on this last time. That's how much I had not done on this one. And this is the progress. Rather lame really, isn't it? Don't you think? I've managed a tree. I think I'd already done this bit. I've managed the tree. That's it. That's all I've managed. Yeah. It's not something to be proud of at all, but What can I do? Only two hands. One pair of hands, unfortunately. Next. What's next? Oh, so the other project, which I said I was going to try and make a focus piece because I wanted to get it finished, was the lovely Grace Faces. Again, it is a Heaven and Earth design by Josephine Wall. Here's what it will look like. Again, this is a long-term project. This has been on the go for some time. And I'm so close, but believe it or not, for some reason or another, I think because I sort of blasted through the last bit that I'd got to, I think I wore myself out on it. I think I just blew myself out. So I've lost all enthusiasm for it. Not, don't like it, just can't bother to stitch it. Because although I know there's not much to go, there's still quite a bit. When you talk Heaven and Earth design, not much to go. It's still quite a bit to go. So obviously you would have been seeing it where you last saw it. And this is where I've got to. So here it is. See, it's so close. Why on earth I can't just blast this bit out, I do not know. But that there, she says, is as much as I've done. This bit, this little bit here, that's all I've done. Rather pants really, isn't it? That's it. But it is so close. I really should just put up and shut up. Maybe that could be a thing that I pull out and stitch on at Easter. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. So next weekend, I'm going to bring this one out and put it into action. Hubby's going away for 3 days over Easter. Woohoo! At last, the man is going out to go play his own toys because he's been around me a bit too much for my liking. So when he's around, again, I find that I'm not that productive with my stitching because I feel obliged to engage with him. It's not so bad in the evenings, you know, when you're just sitting down for an hour after work or, you know, an hour at night, if he's sitting there watching some really crappy TV programme that I don't like, then I'll get my stitching out and I'll do my stitching. But we found some rather good programmes that we like to watch together. So, because now it's like, you know, you come in from work and you're tired and then he puts the film or video, you know, puts the Skybox on something that you like watching together, and before you know it, you either just sat there with a needle paused or you just kick it to one side, which is what I keep doing. So I think that's another reason that I'm not getting much stitching done. But he does nitro car racing. That's his hobby, hence the reason why most of the summer series I don't see Darren on the weekends. The weekends are took up with him travelling all over the country doing his nitro, which is great for me because it gives me all the time that I want to do my stitching and also to do my gardening. So it normally works quite well. We don't live in each other's pockets, which is fabulous. But it's very good for us, for allowing us to go off and do our own things, and you know, when there's no upset, it's not like, oh, you're ignoring me or you're not spending enough time with me. We don't go down that route. He's actually he really likes the fact that I've got a hobby, and I really like the fact that he's got a hobby. But I really like the fact that he's got a hobby that takes him out the house. So I do love my husband, really. I do. Just not under my feet all the time. I like me time, alone time, along with my stitching. So, what else to tell you? Last whip. Sorry, I don't even know why I ventured off there, but I did. So the next one is Andromeda. This was a birthday present in September from my lovely daughter for my birthday. So this is a Mirabilia by Nora Corbett. This one is stitched on. This is on a 28 count Lugana Cyrus by Chromatic Alchemy. About now you should be seeing where you last saw it. I keep flitting around with this as to where I want to actually be stitching. And I know I said I wasn't going to do any of the skin until I'd finished most of the not so interesting bit, but I couldn't help myself. I just got bored, so I thought I'd best do some stitching of skin to wake me up. So head, we've done some skin. Let me see if I can fold this so that you can actually see what I've done. There, that's better. So yeah, decided to do the skin 1/1. Not overly keen with my backstitch again. I've really got an issue with backstitch. I'm just not capable of doing it, I don't think. I don't know why I can't do it, but I can't. But as you can see, that bit there, that I think is the sash. That's the back of her, and that's the corner of her body. So basically, we've done this bit, and the sash, and obviously her hair. So that is what you're seeing there. So yeah. So although I haven't stitched a lot or amazing amounts, there is a bit of progress. So yeah, that's it really. There's not much else to say. This is going to be like the shortest video ever. Purely because I've got nothing to say. Nothing to tell you, nothing to show you. I haven't bought any goodies. I've showed some restraint. Although, I say I've showed some restraint. I've showed some restraint when it comes to my stitching stuff. I haven't shown restraint anywhere else. So, I bought a new car. Love my new car. Love it. But obviously that, you know what it's like buying cars. Expensive. So, new car. Paid for the holiday. Oh, and retreats, upcoming stuff. So super excited. I only realised yesterday, whilst having a little chat on the telephone, that I think it's only 3 weeks until I go away for a weekend with Mary Perkins. So she's not a Flosstuber, but she's a very, very, very dear friend from the retreats that I go to. A lot of you will probably know her off of some of the Facebook groups. She tends to be on the Chatelaine Facebook group quite a lot. So yeah, we're going away for a weekend, long weekend, stitching, and a bit of a pamper. So we're going to have, you know, a nice bit of a, you know, facial, and you know what it's like. You just fancied a weekend away, and it's the perfect thing, really. She's over on the west side. I'm going to travel over to her, pick her up, drive us there, and then we spend 3 days just stitching and pampering, which is my idea of heaven. And who doesn't like a bit of a pamper? Just a smidgen. So yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that. I've signed myself up to some retreats. I've been that bad on Facebook and the groups because my boss has just gone crazy with work, which means I go crazy with work, and he's doing all this travelling, so I'm having to be available at all different times just to make sure everything's okay. So I just haven't had a chance to go on any of the Facebook groups. And in the end, I think people that knew me, they like, these places were coming up, and they're like, started pinging me. They're like, Teresa, there's a space going. And I'm just like, just sign me up. And then I'm sitting there thinking to myself, do you know what? I've just signed up to something that I don't even know when it is. So yeah, it's funny. I'm signing up to retreats that I don't even know when they are, but I'm keeping them quite close to home. So, you know, I went to the Glasgow retreat in January, which was great, loved it. The only snag with that was I couldn't take my stand, I couldn't take a lot of my stuff because I only had hold luggage, and I struggled. I felt like I'd gone naked, like with no stuff, you know, bare minimum, which when I go to my retreats, I like to have a bit of variety, and I like to have all my stuff. The one thing I am very attached to is my stand. You know, I've never stitched in hand, and I've only just learnt to stitch whilst I'm working, but I still balance it on the table. But I still use my Manelium frames. I mean, lovely Donna, she lent me one of hers while I was in Glasgow because I just can't work with a Q-snap. But yeah, it was like, you know, if I could get in the car and drive there, it would be fine. But the fact that I can't do that, and the extra expense for the flights, yeah, no, I don't think so. I might go to another one, you know, in a couple of years, but I won't be doing one this year. So basically, I'm just going to do, I think I've got Milton Keynes, Crewe, and I think I'm on the Yorkshire 2019 retreat as well. I think it's Yorkshire. Yeah, it is Yorkshire. So yeah, but I'm not going crazy with retreats, but I do need to have a little something to look forward to. So that's all upcoming and all good stuff. That's it. That's all I can say. my plan is to get another video up in April. So chances are, if all goes according to plan, you will see me again in April. I hope you're all well. I hope that spring is blossoming and blooming for you, wherever you are in the world. I know that in the UK we're sort of taking a bit of a nosedive this spring, but it will come. It's just a case of positive thinking and doing my happy sun dance. Obviously it's not working because we keep getting snow, so I'm sorry for that. But that's it. So yeah, take care all. Lovely to chat with you all. Again, I'm sorry. I will answer the messages that are already on from the video last month, and I'll try and get round to these ones as fast as I can. But yeah, struggling to keep up, I'm afraid. But I thought I need to get the video up, otherwise it just won't happen. So take care. Bye bye for now.